My name is Darian Diglett, reporting for Diglett World News. Today, breaking news from the shores of the Paldea region, where Pokemon scientists have discovered a brand new Pokemon named Wiglett.
Who's this poser?
What's wrong with that Diglett? Honey, I'm scared.
He's a phony. A big fat phony.
Now, of course, there are huge similarities being drawn between Wiglett and Diglett. Many Pokemon professors across the world at first thought this could be a regional form, a Paldean Diglett just like a lowland Diglett, but no, this is discovered to be a brand new Pokemon on its own. Digletts across the caves across the world are very, very upset with this news, as they think this Wiglett is stealing their identity.
If I see that Wiglett, I'm going to dig a hole around it so big that Snorlax could fit in it.
Now, how is this scientifically possible? Let's leave it to the scientists. Today we have special guest Professor Nico, who's going to explain convergent evolution. Doesn't that sound like a bunch of... I don't even know what that means. But yeah, Nico, take it over. Hello, my name is Professor Nico, and I have so much to tell you about Wiglett. Thanks so much for having me on the show. Here are 3 facts you need to know about Wiglett. Number 1, this is a completely new Pokemon. Completely new. It has some similarities to Diglett, but biologically it's a completely new species. In the real world, this is called convergent evolution, where 2 species evolve in very similar ways to almost look like each other, but they are completely different species. Number 2, this is a water-type Pokemon. A lot of people were thinking it was going to be water-ground. That's a misconception. That's fake news. It is a water type. And number 3, it's based off the real-life animal, the garden eel. Not that thing from SpongeBob, but maybe later in its evolution. You can see from this picture here that the water eel looks a lot like Diglett, so I see what they did with the whole convergent evolution thing. Very smart over there at Game Freak. Alright, back to the news. See you later, Darian. Wow, isn't that just fascinating? Thanks for joining us today, Professor Nico. Pokemon trainers are buzzed and fiery over this news. Let's see what they have to say. I think it's rad that it's based off of the garden eel, and it's cute, but I don't see myself using it. I think the issue for me is it's based off Diglett, and I've never been crazy about Diglett. Now that is crazy. How can you not be crazy over Diglett? You're the crazy one. And I'm not crazy about most water types. How can you say that about water types? Whatever. You know I don't like water types either. Digletts hate water types. Wiglett looks compatible with humans. No. I don't see that. A lowland Diglett / Dugtrio really should have been called Wiglett instead. Yeah, that's true. Interesting. I was expecting water ground, but pure water is a good typing too. I wonder how different its stats will be from Diglett's. Well, probably won't be as good as Diglett's because, you know, we're superior, but hopefully it isn't as incredibly frail. Now, what are you trying to say? Are you saying us Digletts are frail? We're strong, we keep it together, and we stick together in packs of 3. Okay? We're strong, we're not frail. Given that garden eels are community animals, I fully anticipate its evolution will simply be a group of them. I would love for it to turn into a larger, more terrifying eel, but that's highly unlikely based on the animal they chose to base it on. Abilities are Gooey and Rattled. Gooey has only been a hidden ability before this point. Everything about this Pokemon says it'll have an evolution. Hopefully not just 3 heads together. Hey, what's wrong with that? Now time for my favorite segment, where we look at viral memes and fan art about Wiglett. Eyeless Wiglett looks like an elongated Among Us character. Now that's terrifying. I'm seeing a pattern here. Mario to Wario, Diglett to Wiglett. What's next? Pikachu to Stinkachu? Bulbasaur to Armsorsaur? The new Pokemon looks like it's contemplating its own existence. Well, I would too if I had to base my existence off a better Pokemon like us Digletts. Look at this eating up a Pikachu. Now, if there's one thing similar between us Digletts and these Wigletts, we hate Pikachus. Now, we're probably stronger against Pikachu because we're ground type and they're water type. If there's anything that brings 2 Pokemon together, it's a common enemy, and we both hate Pikachu. Amen. Alright, that's enough for today. What do you think about the news? Before we go, we have a special performance from pop star Debbie Diglett, performing her brand new hit, Dig, Dig, Dig. And before I sign out, remember, you can dig yourself out of any hole if you just believe in it. Digletts, have a great night. Digletts, all across the world.
Yeah.
Do you think you can dig it?
Yeah. I can dig it. 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 What? I can dig it. 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 want to dig. Get out my hole, you scrub.